Our school systems have failed us. No, they've been sabotaged, and we should all be pissed off about that. You see, this is exactly what the saboteurs wanted. They wanted you to blame the school system and the teachers instead of them, the people who actually made it fail. For the last 50 years or so, conservatives have been trying to defund schools so they can say, look, they don't work. We need to get rid of them. We need to fund private schools instead. They've been working for years to try and undermine the trust in teachers. We see examples of that today. They say that they're trying to indoctrinate our kids, or they're trying to make these kids change their genders, which they're absolutely not. It used to be, when I was a kid, if there was a parent-teacher conference and that teacher had anything bad to say about you, you were in big trouble when your parents got home. That doesn't happen anymore. The conservatives have been telling these parents that your little crotch goblins are just perfect angels, but these teachers, they're corrupting their minds. Something is wrong with what they're teaching them. This new math, what was wrong with the old math that we used to learn? Pronouns, we didn't learn those when we were in school. Really, you were supposed to. So all this blame and hateful behavior gets piled onto the teachers who were just trying to do their jobs. That's why so many of them are leaving the profession, and we have a shortage of good teachers out there. Conservatives have also banned books, sanitized history, and turned classrooms into cultural war battlegrounds. And none of this is because they care about education. It's because they know that uneducated people are a lot easier to control. It's like slashing somebody's tires and then mocking them for showing up late to work. The real people who failed us were the politicians that ran on family values. These people stripped tools and funding away from teachers. That's why so many teachers have to buy things for their own classes. They did their best to take away free lunches from the poor kids. How well do you think when you're hungry? I don't do so well. So these billionaires and politicians that are pushing for school choice, they're not doing it to build up education. They're doing it to weaken trust in the public education. And yeah, corporate Democrats are to blame too for looking the other way while the conservatives were doing this. Also, standardized testing. A lot of that came from the corporate Democrats. So no, the school system didn't fail us. It was looted. It was sabotaged. It's bleeding out, and all we're doing is pointing at it and blaming the victim. If you want better schools in this country, maybe stop voting for the people who are trying to kill them. But trying to blame the schools is silly. It's like trying to blame a boxer for losing a fight while his hands were tied behind his back. If you want public education to be good in this country, maybe start voting for the people who are trying to fund public education instead of trying to own the other side.